The sun is shining. I just needed to document because it's been so gray. So there's still clouds out there, but the sun is shining. Good morning. Anton and I just sent everybody off to work and school and clean up the kitchen. Today we are just gonna be here at home. We're gonna go to the grocery store and pick up a book at the library. But other than that, we're gonna be home and then we're gonna pick up Esther later today. So yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can bake some sugar cookies today with the kids. Yeah, it's not really a traditional Danish sugar Christmas cookie, but I just like sugar cookies better. When I lived in the US, that was something that I liked eating. So I think last year we made them, and I think we're gonna do it this year as well. I think they're just more fun to bake, and they also, like, you have that element of decorating, whereas traditional Danish Christmas cookies, we don't decorate them. I mean, we make them and we do like the cookie cutter thing, but we don't do anything with them afterwards except from eating them, of course. So I just like that whole thing of that we get to decorate them and add sprinkles and things like that. The kids think it's fun. So I'm gonna see if I can get that dough made and ready for this afternoon when they get home from school. Turned out that we didn't need to go grocery shopping for ingredients for the sugar cookies because we had everything at home. So we just made the dough, and then when Anton is sleeping, I'm gonna roll it out and put it in the fridge for cooling off. And yeah, so now we're having lunch. Anton is getting egg and a fiskefrikadelle fish ball. I don't know what that's called. It's like a meatball but made of fish. And I'm just getting a rye bread, piece of rye bread with mayo and potato. Yeah, so trying to do, we're really having a difficult time getting Anton to eat a lot these days, which I know is perfectly normal for kids to go up and down. But you know, in terms of eating a lot for some weeks and then not really eating anything for other weeks. But still, you know, we still would like him to eat. So I try to make stuff that I know he really likes. And then apparently he's done. He's not eaten a lot. Är du färdig, Anton? Okay, he's done. I forgot to bring my advents when we visited my parents, and then I forgot to open them once we got home. But now is the time, so I'm just gonna open them up and then I'll show you what's inside. So this is what I got, which is quite amazing. I would say that these two, I've swapped with two different ladies, and they have gone above and beyond what the what should we say, rules were. Oh my goodness. So this is one of them, the one present. There are some slippers which I actually need. I only have these to wear, so that is gonna be super nice to have an extra pair of warm slippers. We have really cold floors here. Coffee, candy, and a beautiful red. This is a perfect Christmas red. It's really gorgeous, and she has like a project suggestion and the Sophie scarf. So I got this, and then I got lovely tea. Yeah, I got tea, and then I got this amazing tea cozy, and it totally reminds me of being a kid and being out with my parents, and these tea cozies were everywhere. So you just put that on top of the teapot. It's kind of hard to show you with one hand. And this is hand stitched. Isn't it beautiful? So it hasn't been used, but it's old. And Line, who gifted me this, wrote a note saying that her parents had a craft store, I guess you would say. And this is from back then when they had that store. So yeah, I guess there's a lot of history in here. It's really gorgeous. So yeah, how lucky am I? This is crazy. I almost feel guilty for not adding more. I guess I should have explained what it is. This is a swap that I arranged on my Instagram, and I guess I'll just pop in the picture where the suggestions for what to include for the different Sundays of Advent are. And for the second Sunday, the suggestion was something to drink, and which they definitely have included, but they have included a lot more than that, and I have just included the drinks. So yeah, I guess I'm really lucky. I just found 2 boxes with yarn that I've dyed that still needs labels, which is probably one of the things that I am worst at doing. I will dye the yarn and wash it and hang it and skein it, and then I'll just put it into bins and not add labels. And then when I have been at Fiberfolk, for example, which is basically the only place I really sell the yarn, also online, but I don't really do a lot of online sale. But anyway, when I'm maybe a week before Fiberfolk, I remember that I have all the yarn, but it needs to be labeled, and then it's just very stressful getting everything ready. and I've decided that, oh, by the way, Fiberfolk is a knitting and wool festival that I organize here in Denmark. So having to organize it, the Fiberfolk, and at the same time trying to get everything done with WOOLapyk yarn is, yeah, it's just a bad combo, and it's stupid because I can do this, you know, earlier than a week before everything is going on. So I've decided to really get on top of labeling all this yarn, and I think that these two are the last 2 boxes that I need to label. And yeah, I just pulled them down to just look at them and see what kind of yarns are in here. I have the red, which is, this is the non-superwash and this is the superwash, as you can see. This is the yarn that I used for my hat. Well, actually not the yarn, but the color. That is on a DK weight, and I don't have that right here. And I think I'm gonna call this Kapow. I just feel like this is a Kapow colorway. So I have to label these. Then I have this, which is pink with a bit of brown and yellow in there. I don't know what to call this. This is also another reason. It just takes me so long to decide on a name or find a nice name. I find it really hard naming yarn. Yeah, I don't know what to call this. Maybe if you have a suggestion, let me know. Preferably not something that you can eat. It's funny for me, that is always the first thing I think of is food, and I feel like food colorway names are always the first thing that comes to mind. I think it's a human thing, because if I ask on Instagram about names, I would say 80% of the suggestions is something with food. So this would probably be, I don't know, sorbet or something like that, like a food color. So if you have a name that is not a food color, a food name, if you have something that is not something that you can eat, like a nice name, let me know. Same thing with this. I don't have a name for this either. This is a very dark, it looks darker here, but it's a very dark green with some brown, almost black speckles in there. Don't know what to call that either. I have this one, doesn't have a name. This one I asked on Instagram. And this one is named Ariel. So, you know, from the mermaid. Yeah. So maybe I should just label these because I have the name, and then think a little bit about what to call the other colors in here. I think those are all colors. This is a non-superwash, that pink one again with the yellow. We are finally on our way to pick up Esther from school. I always underestimate how long it takes me to get Jakob, Anton and I ready to get out the door, to get him dressed with all the appropriate clothes. It's cold today, this season, so he needs a lot of clothes on. Sitting there laughing. I need a lot of clothes on. We need to bring stuff for Esther as well, because she's going back home with us, and we need snacks, and it just, things always takes a lot more time when you have the kids and you need to get them ready. But now we're on our way to pick her up.